If you're too busy to follow crypto, DeFi, market news regarding everything crypto related, then this video is for you. We're going to make it quick and go through all the major events and news from the past few days. Before we start, I have to stop you right there to remind you that we still have a $100 giveaway ongoing. So how you can enter this giveaway is for you to watch the video all the way to the end, go down the first link in the description and register to Bitopics. Once you've done that, come back and comment down below on this video, letting us know when you bought your first cryptocurrency. For me, it was 2017. At the time, I thought Litecoin was going to be the next Bitcoin. I was kind of wrong, but you know, it is what it is, and I've been in crypto since then. So I want to see your comments down below, and let's get going with the video. Between exploits, NFTs, and L2s, we have a lot to cover news-wise for this week. Let's start with a few exploits. The first one is regarding Loopring. Loopring is a ZK rollup protocol, and on Sunday, they said they got hacked by $5 million through a security breach. So there's a lot of big words that they use on their tweet. Here is the post itself. You can see they shared the address information, both addresses that the hacker used. They said that the attacker exploited wallets with only one guardian, specifically the Loopring official guardian. Again, if you're not a dev or someone who is deep into this lingo here, you don't know what the hell does that mean. So they go ahead saying that they're working with some security experts to investigate the incident. They share an awareness post. Basically, this is it. On simpler terms, the hacker exploited a 2FA service to get into a wallet or a main wallet and used that to drain $5 million. So the addresses for both are public, so we know where this money is. They just don't know how to get it back. With that, we have an update on a very big hack that happened on New Year's Eve last year, so 2023, December 31st. So if you remember, Orbit chain was hacked and the hacker got $82 million. And since then, that wallet with all these $82 million haven't moved. Since then, of course, the price of the assets went up, and this was until a few days ago when the hacker moved $47 million to Tornado Cash. If you don't know, Tornado Cash is a way for you to launder your crypto, and then that crypto is going to be mixed with all other transactions, and then those transactions are going to be bundled, and this way no one can track that money. So that money goes in, goes out to another address, but it doesn't go in and out in the same amount. So if you put in 100 ETH, for example, it gets mixed up with a lot of other transactions bundled up, so you cannot track the transaction ID. And then you send that money to another address, and instead of sending 100 ETH, you send 58, and then you send 12, and then you send as much as you want to, all the way to get to the 100 ETH that you first deposit. But now it is clean because it's not going to be affiliated with that initial 100 ETH that people stole, or governments were tracking, or people were tracking. Whatever scenario it is a way for you to cover your tracks, for you to go private with your crypto. So this is what the exploiter is doing. He's trying to launder that money so he can withdraw it somewhat or somehow. So Arkham Intelligence were the first ones to know about these exploit on January 1st, and they tracked this movement through Tornado Cash. So now the hacker still has 71 million in their wallet, and they have it between Ethereum, DAI, Wrapped Bitcoin, Wrapped Ethereum, Orbit Chain Coin, and USDC. So on DeFi Llama, you can see that the charts don't lie, and between 2022 all the way to 2023, it was already going downhill for Orbit, and then kind of spiked between December right here, and then it had a huge loss here. This is a vertical drop because it is when they were exploited, and now since then they are less than 50 million in TVL. So they're down 75% in TVL from before the hack, so December 31st, hours before the hack, and they're down a lot if you compare the peak that they had on August 2022, which was $313 million in TVL. So there's a lot to digest here. People are still going to be tracking this wallet because it is important that people know where the money is going to go and maybe get some of that money back so we can solve the situation. But let's move away from hacking. Let's go to NFTs, more specifically Ordinals with Bitcoin. Bitcoin Ordinals, if you don't know, they are NFTs. They are non-fungible tokens, but on the Bitcoin network. So the volume itself for NFT sales, now Bitcoin is leading that with $49.5 million in sales. So 57% increase in the last few days, so in the last 7 days. You can see right here by this chart that Ethereum lost its pace to Bitcoin, and now we have Bitcoin leading Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, and Immutable X, which now they have their own chain. And all the way at the bottom, we had Blast actually going 95% up in the 7 days. Blast is a new L2 if you were not aware of that. So there's a lot of new competitors, and Bitcoin is also a new competitor because Bitcoin has been here for a while, but the Ordinals update happened just a few months ago, if I'm not mistaken. For the Ordinals in the BRC20 space, so in the Bitcoin space, the biggest one was the ticker Pizza, which saw $19.3 million in sales. I'm not necessarily aware of what that NFT is, but this was the biggest NFT in volumes for Bitcoin. Moving away from NFTs, we talked about Blast and other L2s. Let's go to L2 news. Base surges to over 8 billions in TVL and overtakes Optimism. So Optimism has been here for a while now. It is one of the OG L2s after Polygon. So after Polygon, we had Optimism, and then Optimism was leading for a while before Arbitrum came in with all these grants, all these new features, and Optimism kind of lost market share to Arbitrum. And then after Arbitrum, we had Base and all these other new L2s, and money was kind of outflowing from Optimism. And now we see Base overtaking Optimism mainnet with this new surge in TVL. Base has been the most profitable Ethereum scaler for the 3 consecutive months. So if you don't know, Base is having a lot of new transactions now per month, per day, whatever it is, mainly because the new meme coin season is on Base. So kind of moved away from Solana a little bit. Solana is still a little bit warm with this meme coin season, but meme coins are starting to flourish on Base. So a lot of new transactions, a lot of new coins, mostly regarding meme coins. So meme coins are very, very strong on Base right now, and that brought a lot of TVL to trade these, to provide liquidity for these, whatever it is, a lot of TVL on Base. You can see on this chart right here that we are topping the $8.52 billion in TVL, and this value rate here of $8 billion is split in 5.9 in assets natively on Base and $2.1 billion in assets locked on Ethereum to be represented on Base. So basically they are on Ethereum, but they are represented kind of like wrapped versions or something like that on Base, but the TVL itself is locked on Ethereum mainnet, but they do count as TVL on Base because they are wrapped versions and things that are on that sort to be represented on the Base mainnet. And Base has also had the most transactions per second over the last month, beating Arbitrum by 30.36. So Arbitrum was at 23.52 and Base got 30.36 transactions per second. Base also on the last 30 days, it processed 64 million transactions over the last month, and profit-wise is doing way better than Optimism as well. So Base has cashed in the most on-chain profits over the last 3 months with a record $16.9 million for the month of March. You can see right here being the best month for almost any L2s, and for April and May we also see Base being the best one here for profits wise. In May, profits were not as big as they were in March. They were just $6.9 million, but if you compare that to 1.5 million in profit for OP, you can see how Base is beating even Arbitrum at these new levels. So still regarding L2s, there's a lot of conflict right now between what needs to be done on L2s for them to be good. Now everyone is talking about the immutable aspect of these L2s, including Hayden Adams, which was the founder of Uniswap, and he's saying that even mainnet is not done right now. It is not even close being completed and perfect. So L2s shouldn't be ready to be immutable yet. They should be just scalable, they should be fast, they should be secure, but not immutable. What does it mean for it to be immutable? Immutable means that no one can change how the blockchain operates. So it's kind of everyone agrees that this is the right way and they lock it in. Once it is locked in, it cannot be upgraded anymore. But we've seen that even after 10 years of Ethereum, we've seen a bunch of new updates being deployed. So if Ethereum is still ongoing on the process of being upgraded, why should L2s be already set and done. So everything needs to still be upgradable until we reach mainstream, until we reach scalability at its fullest potential, and then and just then we can decide if that's the right spot to become immutable. So again, I don't have a specific opinion on this, but this is what is being talked about on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, a lot now. There's a lot of people pro immutability, and there's people against doing that right now or against doing that at all. Always keeping L2s scalable, because that is going to be better for the future of L2s. So a lot of news to unpack right now. Altcoins are booming, meme coins are booming. There's a lot of meme coins, but I'm not going to cover this here because again, everyone is talking about them. But I hope with this video, you got a little bit of insight on what's happening in DeFi this week. So remember that today, Wednesday, when this video is coming out, we have the FOMC. So huge news should be awaiting everyone. They can be bullish or bearish. So let us know in the comments, where do you believe the market's going to go after this news? I don't know if when you watch this, the data will be out or not, but we always hope for the best. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on Friday for the next video. Peace.